One got knocked down, he won't get up again. The other went knocked him down. One got knocked down, and now he's fucking dead. The other went knocked him out. Baker!
The greatest heroes are the ones who can stand up to any and all threats, even an ally. And these two are truly some of the greatest and most powerful heroes in fiction, Son Goku and Sentry. Born to the dying Saiyan race, Kakarot was sent to Earth as a baby to kill all living things on the planet. When he landed, he was found by a self-proclaimed Grandpa Gohan, who promptly dropped him on his head, making him forget everything he had thought about killing humans, and renamed him Son Goku. After that, a girl named Bulma found him. They went on an adventure. He learned about martial arts, found out he was really powerful, and then kind of went on with his life, learning to be a master fighter, until eventually he got married, had a kid, saved the world again, had another kid, and then saved the world once again. So Goku is a master martial artist and has trained his whole life and has gained some pretty cool powers and attacks. Goku, obviously, being a Dragon Ball character, is a master at manipulating his ki for special attacks and transformations, and he can sense the power levels of other beings, and even has enhanced senses. He can fly and move. And the more damage you deal to him, thanks to his Saiyan biology, he'll be able to basically turn that into more strength the closer he gets to death. He can also move so fast he creates after images, he can copy ki-based attacks, and he can also absorb ki to use for himself. He is also very good at predicting attacks, as he can predict his attacks even though he is time skipping, and he can use telepathy for communication and even block intangible attacks. Goku is also resistant to electricity and being erased from god-dang existence. And, he once even outdid time stopping. Yeah, a guy straight up stopped time, and he still moved through it. Now, Goku also has multiple transformations that boost his stats to even higher powers. Using Super Saiyan, he can boost his stats, and with Super Saiyan 2 and 3, he boosts his stats even further. Now, he actually has 4 special super powerful transformations, but 2 of them are linked together. So let's start covering those. With Super Saiyan 4, Goku boosts all of his stats ridiculously high and goes to his highest natural Super Saiyan form. He gains a new version of the Kamehameha, which is a times 10 version that's red, but he does become more playful with his foes and likes to mess around with them before killing them. Option 2 is the 2 God forms, being Super Saiyan God, which is a temporary super boost in stats and gives him an insane healing factor, and he can go even further, ditching the healing for higher stats with the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue. Or Option 3, Ultra Instinct, where Goku relies on instinct, making him pretty much auto-dodge all attacks. Now on to his special techniques. Goku can use the Kaioken in his base form or in Super Saiyan Blue form to multiply his power up to 20 times, but it does put heavy strain on his body as the higher he goes. Now we have Goku's signature attack, the Kamehameha, which is, just like I said in the Cell episode, a giant powerful blue ki beam, and he fires with both hands. And as a Super Saiyan 4, he gains the times 10 version as well. With instant transmission, Goku can teleport to anybody or anywhere that he can sense a large enough amount of energy at. With the Spirit Bomb, which is by far Goku's strongest attack, he puts his hands in the air and borrows ki from all living beings, and then he can throw it to do a huge amount of damage, or he can absorb it for an extra power boost. Goku also knows the Destructo Disc, a ki projectile that's similar to a buzzsaw, used to cut his foe in half with a single strike. And with Solar Flare, Goku can blind his foe in a flash of light, and he also has the Mafuba, used to seal opponents in a container. Goku is ungodly strong. As a child, he could blow up the moon, and his power's only risen since. Since then, Goku's been strong enough to beat Frieza in his base, final, and golden form. He can also destroy Buu, and his clash with Beerus, causing shockwaves that shook the universe. And he was even able to fight Goku Black and Zamasu, and even hit. And after obtaining his Ultra Instinct match, he matched Jiren blow for blow and took out Khalifa, and his energy alone shook the void, which is said to be limitless. Goku is so fast he can keep up with Beerus when he was holding back, and he's capable of hitting hit during his time skips, which is ridiculous. That literally means that he was moving so fast that he broke time. Yeah. He is also able to react to dispose. Basically, he's able to react multiple attacks that even Champa and Zeno had time even seeing. And with his Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, he's able to fight Jiren. And using Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, he created an afterimage in base while fighting Super Saiyan 2 Khalifa that even confused her. And he once attacked Jiren before Toppo and Daispo realized what had happened, and he walked past Toppo's Justice Flash later on. And not to mention, he's also easily blitzed Khalifa. Goku's also able to fight Golden Frieza, Jiren hit, and even Beerus and survive. And he's beat most of them in a fight, and even if they do get the upper hand, Goku finds a way to push forward and keep fighting. Goku is kind of a dumbass, though. When talking about non-combat things, Goku's an idiot. He thought marriage was a food. As well, at least that's what he thought when he was a child. However, he spent his whole life training and fighting, has perfected his martial arts and ki abilities, and he's learned from every battle, even adapting to foes that have special abilities like time freezing, time skips, and even teleportation and regeneration. Any ability you have, he'll find a way around. Goku isn't without his flaws, though. Obviously, he's a dumbass at times, but he also seeks a good challenge and will often let his foes reach their full power. And he often drops his guard a lot, making him fall into fatal situations rather easily. Just at the time he was almost killed by a laser gun from one of Frieza's guards.
Alright, so Sentry's stories is really weird. It's like the secret formula gave him superpowers, beat the shit out of the school bully, sewed together a costume, became a superhero. I mean, that's the best way to summarize it. His thing is really weird. I don't want to have to read all of it. It's ridiculous. So Sentry actually has some pretty unique powers. He has super senses. He can fly. He can uses telepathy and telekinesis. He can manipulate and control energy, and he can create force fields as well as manipulate the weather and the elements. Sentry can also turn invisible and intangible. He can manipulate matter and souls. Sentry never needs eat, sleep, drink, and he doesn't need to breathe. And he has immunity to all diseases. Not to mention, he has stupidly high regeneration. And he once came back from being just from a skeleton. That just shows you how good his regeneration is. He can also resurrect, teleport, and shapeshift. Sentry is also pretty impressive. He's strong enough to beat Thor and in a fight and take down Asgard in the process. And his strength is compared to 1,000 exploding stars. He's also broken all of the Hulk's bones when they were in a fight and Hulk was at his strongest. Well, at least one of his strongest forms, and he shattered Doctor Doom's strongest force field and armor in a few punches. Sentry's also incredibly fast, as he can fight Thor and the Hulk, and he's dodged magic attacks from Doctor Doom. Sentry has survived multiple strikes from World War Hulk, and he's endured attacks from Thor in a brutal fight. He can also regenerate from most wounds and even from a skeleton, or from being thrown into the freaking sun. Sentry is also a genius, as he's helped Reed Richards on multiple things, including the Watchtower. But Sentry is mentally unstable, and if he's also a recovering drug addict, and if he loses his confidence or becomes to feel negative emotions, he loses all strength, all powers, and his regeneration. So something like losing his confidence can really screw him over in a fight. Which legendary hero will come out on top in an epic clash? Goku and Vegeta are training when Sentry flies by and sees Goku beating up Vegeta. Sentry flies over and punches Goku, sending him into a mountain. Goku emerges from the mountain in his Super Saiyan form and flies up and stares at Sentry before flying towards him and kicking Sentry, sending Sentry back, and Goku fires a Kamehameha at Sentry. Sentry teleports behind Goku and kicks Goku and follows up with an uppercut. Goku stumbles back and flies upwards and slams down Sentry, sending him down, creating a large crater in the ground. Goku lands and goes Super Saiyan 2. Sentry stands up and walks over and sucker punches Goku and grabs him by the neck and flies in the sky. Goku knees Sentry in the gut, forcing him to let go as he uses the solar flare to blind Sentry. He throws Sentry to the ground, and as Sentry gains his sight back, he looks up to see Goku in his Super Saiyan 4 form. Sentry runs over in full force and punches at Goku. Goku catches his fist, but is met with another punch, sending him to the ground. Goku stands back up and charges a blue aura around him, going Super Saiyan Blue. Sentry fires a large energy blast at Goku, knocking him into a large rock. Sentry stomps on the ground, causing it to shake as the rock collapses in on Goku. Goku screams Kaioken and flies at Sentry, attacking from all angles in a flurry of punches and kicks. Sentry grabs Goku by the neck, throwing him to the ground, and flies down, slamming into him, causing Goku to sink multiple yards into the earth. Sentry starts to walk away when Goku gets up with his eyes silver and a strange aura around him. He walks towards Sentry, who launches multiple energy blasts at Goku, who dodges perfectly. Sentry throws all of his might into a multitude of fast punches, but Goku dodges all of them, and then sucker punches him and charges a Kamehameha, knocking Sentry into a mountain. Sentry collapses on the ground, feeling hopeless, as Goku walks over and charges a full-power Kamehameha and fires it point-blank at Sentry, blowing his head off. Goku walks away from the destruction of their match. Our winner is Goku, and honestly, this match was nowhere near as close as I wanted it to be. Let me just go stat by stat and show you why. Goku is a universal to multiversal threat, if you want to put him on the high end, and Sentry is only a solar system to multi-solar system threat on the higher end. And before you go type in the comments that he beat Galactus, it was revealed later that he had the help of Nate Gray, who did most of the work in the fight. However, their speed is equal at massively faster than light, so there's not really a way for Sentry to make up the difference in power. Not to mention, Goku's fought a multitude of people who use energy-based attacks and teleport and all that, whereas Sentry hasn't really fought anybody like Goku. But what really throws this in Goku's favor is two things. One, Goku has more than enough power to overclock Sentry's healing factor. And as Sentry loses his confidence, he'll pretty much have negative or has any sort of negative emotion, then all of his powers are drained. And Goku has more than enough techniques like his Ultra Instinct auto dodge, and altogether his power difference is more than enough to destroy Sentry's confidence. So our winner is Goku.
Next time on Combo Breaker.
Torbjorn versus the Engineer.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and put in the comments what you think of the next match, who you think will win, why, anything you got. I'd love to see what you guys put.